Hey, what's going on, guys? What's happening? YouTube, good morning, everybody. You've tuned into another episode of Weird Products Daily. This is a daily series we started doing. I think we're on about week 3 or 4, and we try to highlight cool gadgets, interesting products, unique niches, and kind of the goal of this is to kind of get those creative juices flowing, get you guys thinking about different niches. Some products that we showcase here may be things that you could add to an existing store that you have. Those of you guys into private labeling could potentially improve upon and roll out your own versions of these products. And those of you guys who are drop shippers, a lot of these products are great for drop shipping because they're impulse type buys and they're unique items. They're items that people can't easily shop around for and maybe haven't seen before. So that's what this series is all about. I really like the product that we have today, both in terms of I think it's kind of a cool product, and also if you were wanting to sell something like this or replicate it, I think it would be very easy to do. Now, what this is, it's a arcade style light switch plate. Now, I was kind of curious, like, how does this actually work? So let me show you guys kind of an image. So what you need to have, you can't have one of the light switches with like a little wiener sticking out. You have to have the type that's like the flat plate, and that's because the way that this thing works, basically, it's just an overlay. It's a face cover, and basically when you press the red button, it's going to turn the light on. When you press the green one, it's going to turn it off. So you have to have this style of light existing. These things are easy to switch out if some of you guys did actually want to buy this thing. I thought this was kind of a clever marketing imagery, just kind of that vintage Mario Brothers kind of look, and there's all different color styles that you can get to these lights. So we'll kind of show, let me see if we go over here. So we got, green and red, pink and pink, red and blue. I would personally probably go for the red and blue. I think that's kind of the traditional vintage video game kind of look. This is kind of what it's going to look like on the wall. Here they kind of show the different button styles that you can have. Anybody who's into vintage or retro gaming would probably love these things. I don't know if any of you guys are in Chicagoland area, but actually, they're starting to pop up these things all over the place. There's a place in Brookfield, Illinois, which is maybe 20-25 minutes outside of Chicago, called the Galloping Ghost. It's a really cool vintage arcade. They have like 600 plus vintage arcade games. They claim to be the largest vintage arcade in the country. I think every vintage arcade tends to claim that, so not sure how true it is. But they do have a huge selection of games, and every Tuesday they bring in a new old vintage game. What's also kind of cool about them, I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent here, but what's also kind of cool about them is they actually try to recreate all the what's the word I'm looking for? The cases or the boxes. So they do their own artwork in the back. They recreate all like the faces and the screens and everything of the game. So it actually does look exactly like the game looked back in the 70s or 80s or early 90s or whenever it was. And they have all your favorite games from like the old school Simpsons game to Mario Brothers. There's a cool tour on YouTube if you guys want to check that out in more depth. But if you guys are into like vintage games, check the place out. It's pretty neat. It's $20 all you can play. I think they open it up at 10 or 11 in the morning, and you can play until like 11 o'clock at night. If you want to leave and go get lunch, go get dinner, come back, you can do that. But it's just a really, really kind of cool spot. What I like about this from kind of a business perspective, these things sell for $9.99. So I think $9.99 is a great like impulse buy type item. The one challenge of doing this on Amazon is I believe anything under $9.99 can get value or can be turned into an add-on. However, maybe it's $9.98. I'm a little bit kind of out of the loop with Amazon stuff. I really haven't been fucking with Amazon that much. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But what I like about the $9.99 price point, and Prime fees and stuff are going to eat up a lot of this if they're shipping with Prime, which it looks like they are. But $9.99 is like, I would easily buy something for $9.99 without putting too much thought behind it. $9.99 is definitely kind of an impulse buy type price. This could be a great addition if you already have a site that sells like gaming posters, gaming t-shirts. This is something that you could probably mark up to $14.95 or even $19.95. Or maybe you could do like 2 of them for $30. This is something that you could add on to an existing site that you already have if you sell things in kind of the gaming space or like vintage gaming t-shirts, things like that. This would be something that kids would probably love in their bedrooms. This would be something great for like a game room or a man cave or even a garage. I just thought this was a really neat product. It's got fantastic reviews, 129 4.5 star reviews, great price point, and it's just overall kind of a neat product. If you were wanting to try to like copy and replicate something like this, I think it would be fairly... Oh, here's kind of a cool one too, Frankenstein light switch cover. I think it would be pretty easy to do. I doubt anything like this is like patented or copyrighted or whatever. So this is, this is something that's just kind of a generic product. You could go find your own Alibaba seller. Try to find somebody who manufactures either gaming stuff or light switches. You could very easily get somebody to make something like this for you. Here's somebody on Amazon who bought them, and so here's what they're actually going to look like on your wall. Actually, looks like we got a couple pictures. Here's the purple and pink. Let's see, what is this? Oh, another purple and pink. Okay, so here, here someone's got kind of their gaming room, and they got the switch right there. But light switch plates, because keep in mind, there's no electrical parts of this. This is nothing more than a plate. You go to Home Depot, you can get the plain white plates for what, like 40 cents or something like that. So I can't imagine it's going to cost that much more to kind of change the colors and things like that. So I'm guessing this is something you could easily get for under $1. You mark it up, sell them for $9.95. Even with Prime taking out a hefty cut, that's still a pretty good margin. So I thought this was kind of a neat product. Let me know what you guys think of it. I thought it was kind of cool. I'll link to it in the description box below. And something I'm going to start doing on all these videos is linking to a collection of all the products that we've covered. So that will be the second link down below as well. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. And we'll catch you on the next one.